Alright guys, welcome back. So here are my top plugins to install on WordPress. These are not just plugins just to use as tools, but they're key to making your website run great, enhancing your user experience, and boosting your site's performance. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Lewis Pike. I am a tech consultant and digital marketer. I have over 15 years of experience in this space. So let's start with some must-have plugins. And if you stick around to the end, I have some bonus plugins that'll help you maintain and keep your site running great. Let's jump in. All right, so first one here, we're gonna talk about Elementor. So Elementor is the page builder of choice that I use. There are a lot of page builder options out there, but I've been using Elementor for years and it's most definitely my favorite one. This is basically just your drag and drop page builder where you can go in and customize pages, customize your site. A lot of the pages I use, I run through it. They have a free version of Elementor, but you can also get the Elementor Pro version, which I think is like 90 to like 150 a year. Pro version is definitely worth it, and you can do unlimited access using the Pro version as well. So if I go over to my Elementor, some cool things about Elementor, not only is it a great page builder, but I'll log into my account here. So 1 second. All right, so I'm logged in here to my Elementor dashboard. If you come in, as you can see, all the sites that I have my Elementor running on, a lot of these are client sites, I can view right here in Elementor. In most cases, if I'm building or designing a site for clients, I typically don't charge because I believe I have unlimited or like a crazy amount of licenses. So I just run it through my Elementor. But you can come and view here. You can access your dashboard here. If you need to create some temporary credentials, you can do it here, and you can view the live sites as well that are currently running on your Elementor account. So I think that's cool. Some other things, features with Elementor too, if you can build out templates and stuff too. So if you build a lot of sites, you can create and save those templates here in Elementor. So usually if I go and build or create a site for someone, I usually just export the template and then I will import it into my main site. So I have it here if I ever need it in the future, or for some reason I just build, it's like a one-off thing where I build a site for a client and then it's not a continued relationship. I still have a copy of the work that I've done if I ever wanted to use that page or use a section, or if I like to just build a lot of the sites, different design, different content, but to use a lot of the same formatting, I can just simply save a full page template, which is here, or you can do just like a section of a template as well. Just say you want to do like a header section, a hero section, or just like a video section or a lead magnet section, you can do that as well. You can also set global settings too. On your website, you can set those up as well here with the templates. Not gonna dive into the technical part of building out landing pages with Elementor. I have other videos I know that I will link up, or I'll be doing some newer ones in the future. The next one here is one that is a lifesaver. This admin and site enhancements. This thing here is really cool because it saves you from having to use like multiple plugins in order to get your site running. So it has them all here. Content duplication is one. This is a big one because I've had so many times. I used to have to just do like another plugin called duplicate to duplicate pages. So this is a lifesaver. Another one here is the admin bar. So if you're running like a course or have your membership set up, which I do on some of my client sites, you can hide all the admin bar and admin bar notices, or if you just want to hide them on your site, you can hide them here as well. Just all the little notices and stuff that pop up on your dashboard, you can hide. The login and log out. This is really cool because you can change the WP WordPress login if you want to change it to some custom. The default is usually this, but a good rule of thumb, if you're having issues with like spam or someone hacks your site or something, I always recommend just changing this login because this is the default one. So this is the one they go to. So it'd probably just be good practice just to change it. So you can do that. If you need a redirect or a custom login page after they log in, you can change that here. Again, these all used to be multiple plugins that you'd have to install to get this to happen. Site identity. So if you want to replace the WordPress logo on your login, so again, if you have a membership, this is great because you can change it here. Some other ones here: security, login attempts. Again, this is if your site is ever hacked or attacked and you have spam running through it, should have a security thing on there to block it. But for some reason, if you don't, you can always set this up to limit login attempts as well. This will keep bots off your site as well. Some other things too, just for optimization. If you want to optimize like images or files that you upload, you can do that here as well. Like I said, it's a really powerful tool that you can use. And the cool thing about they have a pro version, but honestly, the free version would do it very easily. Custom code. So if you're trying to do some CSS and you want to edit using CSS, you can do it here. Also, the header, body, and footer code. So if you're using pixels like Google Analytics, or no longer Google Analytics, GA4, or if you're using Facebook ads or any YouTube ads, you can put your tracking pixel, all your TikTok, all your pixels here in this section. Again, this is another plugin that you'd have to download separately in order to make this happen. So the cool thing is this combines a lot of different plugins and it's all in one. Another thing too is if you come in here to the admin interface, no, where was it at? Disable components. It finally took me a while to get used to the Gutenberg block editor. I used to always just go back to the classic editor. So if you want to disable that, you can disable it here and just go back to classic editor. Also comments too. This is a good one too. So if you have posts and you get like spam and stuff on there, again, you can disable the post here. Like I said, this is a really powerful tool. If any of the plugins that you go through and see, this is the one that I probably recommend the most. Again, I mentioned it's a free. They have a paid version, but the free option will do just fine. Next is another one that is free, but they do have a paid version as well, and that is Pretty Links. So Pretty Links will allow you to set up a pretty link using your site. So for example, if you have, like I have a booking for people to book calls with me, but it's through another system. So the original link is this really long, ugly link, and I'll just pull it up here so you can see. It's this ugly link here that's very hard to recommend or refer to people. So I can just set up a pretty link for my website, theLewisPikeDigital.com, and then I can do call with Lewis 15, which is a lot easier to memorize, or I can just do 15 or call, whatever. I can make it shorter, whatever it makes it so it's a prettier link where people can easily remember or easily click on it, as opposed to this long link that's hard to say and definitely nobody's going to remember that. So pretty links are very cool for that. You can also use them for just tracking too. You can see how many people clicked on your links. If you are running affiliates, so I have like affiliates to different products, I typically just, again, I can just set up a pretty link to my site for them to go. So if you have a YouTube channel or your emails, you can just put these links in there to make it prettier. So this is just lewispikedigital.com/descript. This is one of the video services that I use. Again, your social medias, if you want to have just a pretty link to go there, we all know those links are not the prettiest link. So yeah, Pretty Link is, again, it's free. They have a paid version or pro version that you can do. I always use the free version. Never really had a need to upgrade, but if you want to upgrade, they do have a upgraded option here where you can update to pro, and it has some prettier options there too. So if you want to have cloaked redirects, which is basically, so if you have like affiliate links and you send someone to an affiliate, instead of it redirecting to the affiliate link, it would just stay the pretty link. And then you can do some more advanced stuff to redirect based on visitor's location. Again, they have a pro option. I don't really need a pro option. If you need some of the pro options here and you feel like you can get value from it, be more than welcome to upgrade to pro, but the free version works just fine. The next plugin I have here it's called Manage WP. Now this one is really cool, and a lot, honestly, it does some things that a lot of like hosting providers do. I know with SiteGround, if I'm hosting a website through SiteGround, it allows me to see all the sites that are in there on my server, and it backs them up and does all that stuff for them. But Manage WP is pretty cool because if your clients have different hosts than you, they're not in the same hosting provider, you can just connect your site here. These are a few client sites that I manage, and they're all here under Manage WP. I can log in here to see the site. I can see all of the I can see all of the plugins that are on the site. I can see the themes. You can run backups here on the site to have them back up incrementally. I don't use the backup feature through here because I have it on their hosting. But if I wanted to do the backup here, I could run it through this area as well. But this is really cool. Again, you have link monitor, you have security. I'm just running the free version for now. You also have uptime performance, which again is like another app or service that I used to have to run like separately. So again, this is one of those tools where it combines all of the tools that you used to have to in the past like purchase like separately. You can put it all in one area. You can tag them, you can add users here, see all your clients. Also, you can go through if you want to schedule and set up like reports that just go out monthly. You can set those up here using Manage WP. It has some really cool functions in here. Again, this is a tool that will take a lot of tools and just makes it easier to monitor in one place. And like I said, it's easier, especially if you have different clients and they have their own hosting and stuff. This just allows you to be able to access the sites and make changes and updates all from one area. Another tool that I like to use is this link checker tool here. They have a cloud and they have a local version. I just do the local version because it's free. So this will tell you if there's broken links on your site all in one spot. So you can go and find all the broken links and you can edit the URLs, unlink it. If it's broken, not broken, you can just do not broken. But this will give you one spot that tells you where all your broken links are. So this is a really cool tool, especially to install on your site and for your clients. So you can see what links out there are broken. You may be some pages and stuff that get a lot of traffic and they may have broken links that are sending them to areas that are not correct. So this one, for example, I know this link isn't broken, so I would just do not broken. It's not perfect, but it's still good to know and check the system so you can make sure that you don't have any broken links on your site. This is a lot easier than trying to go through your pages and post one by one, especially if you have a lot of them. Another one of my favorites is Rank Math SEO. I do have the pro version of this installed. They do have a free version, but I like the pro version because I like all the functions that the pro version offers, and especially on this site, running some things where you need the pro version, like WooCommerce. This is cool because it helps with SEO. You can get a good view of how your site's doing SEO wise. You can just get a dashboard view here, just all in one place. You can see your score on how most of like your blogs and posts. This site has a lot of blogs and posts on here, so you can see that. You can see keywords. Again, this is a really cool tool just to track your site visitors and how your site is doing all in one place. They have some other functions in here that some of the other ones do, like a 404 monitor where you can check sites or errors, sites that are going to broken pages. If you want to do redirects, you can set up redirections here for broken links. They have some other features like podcasts and setting up your sitemap. This is to get it set up and programmed on Google. So they have regular sitemap, they have video sitemap. So yeah, and they have a news sitemap as well. So this is a really cool, powerful tool for SEO wise on your site. That brings me to my bonus plugins that I talked about. So these are ones that you don't need, but would be cool if you wanted to set them up. The first one here is called Imagify. So this is really cool because what it does is it resizes or automatically uploads your images on upload, creates a backup of the original. So you have the original ones if you need it. But this is really cool because you can upload it and then you can either choose your resize option here when you're uploading, or you can just set a maximum for images as well. But this is really cool if you want to optimize your site and have your website run really fast, especially if it's image heavy and you use a lot of images. Imagify is my go-to plugin for that. And then the next plugin, if you're running a podcast on your site, there is a plugin that you're gonna want to use to make your podcast looks really good. So this is one I run on my site and all my client sites. It is called Fuse Player. It used to be Smart Podcast Player, but now they changed the name. But this one is a really cool plugin for running your podcast, because what it does is, instead of just, if you're hosting on just one of the podcast platforms and you want to run podcasts on your website to help, your SEO and get traffic out, this one is really cool because it makes the player look really nice. So if I go here, for example, we'll just go to the podcast here. You see this nice looking podcast player that we have here is pretty sleek. People can just come to your site and play it automatically. They can download it. You can turn these off if you want to. They can subscribe there. They can share it. So it's a really cool player. And then we have this set up on every episode. You can just see the player there, and it plays right there on the site. You can have them go offsite or elsewhere, but why not just have them on your site if you're there, where they can listen to, and you can have a nice looking player that looks sleek and look modern, and just a really good tool. And it's actually really easy to set up as well, really easy to customize as well once you come and set it up. This is the plugin here. It is a paid, you do have to pay for it. It's not that expensive to get it, but it's really cool. You can change your colors and just add in your track player image URL. So if you have your podcast cover, and then you just have to add in your RSS feed for your podcast in order to get that up as well. And it will pull in all your episodes automatically when they come in. So this is the one that I recommend if you're going to be running podcasts on your site. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and watching another video. If you guys have any questions, please drop them below. As always, thanks for your support. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.